You do not need $1 million idea. You need a day that stops leaking your future. Most people are not broke because they are lazy. They are broke because their habits quietly train them to stay replaceable. The title says 7.1 times my income, but the real point is not the number. It is the system behind the number. If your daily routine keeps making the old version of you, your income has no reason to change. So this is not a motivation video. This is 8 daily habits that turn a confused beginner into someone with skills, proof, and options. And the first habit sounds boring, which is exactly why most people skip it and stay stuck. Habit 1. Start every day by naming your bottleneck. Not your dream, not your 5-year vision. The one thing currently stopping money from moving closer to you. For a creator, the bottleneck might be bad thumbnails. For a freelancer, it might be no outreach. For a student, it might be no useful skill yet. Most people wake up and ask, what should I do today? Better question, what is the one constraint that would make everything else easier? Because if you do 10 random tasks, you feel productive. But if you fix one bottleneck, your life actually moves. Here is the daily version. Write one sentence that starts with, my income is currently limited by. Then finish it honestly. My income is limited by no audience. My income is limited by weak editing. My income is limited by never asking for the sale. That sentence becomes the target for the day, not your mood, not whatever app screams the loudest. And in a minute, I will show you the habit that makes this painful sentence turn into visible proof. Habit 2. Build before you consume. This one changed everything because the internet is designed to make you feel like learning is the same as progressing. You watch a tutorial, save a thread, screenshot a quote, and suddenly your brain goes, nice, we worked today. But nothing changed. No asset was made, no skill was tested, no proof appeared. So the rule is simple. Before you consume content, create one small output. If you want to grow on YouTube, write one hook before watching YouTube advice. If you want to make money freelancing, improve one portfolio piece before watching another success story. If you want to build a business, send one offer before studying someone else's business model. Consumption after creation is fuel. Consumption before creation is usually escape wearing a smart costume. But there is a catch. Building first feels worse at the start because it reveals your current level. And that brings us to habit 3, the habit that makes embarrassment useful. Habit 3. Do one deliberate skill rep every day. Not 10 hours. Not some dramatic grind montage. One rep that is specific enough to improve. A normal person says, I need to get better at editing. A serious person says, today, I am practicing pacing in the first 30 seconds. A normal person says, I need to make money online. A serious person says, today, I am practicing writing a clear offer. The difference is that vague effort protects your ego. Specific practice attacks the weakness. This is why people can spend 2 years trying and still look like beginners. They repeat the same comfortable rep. One day, practice thumbnails. One day, practice hooks. One day, practice explaining a boring idea in a way people actually feel. If you are broke, confused, or stuck, you probably do not need more identity motivation. You need reps that make you harder to ignore. And the next habit is where those reps stop being private and start becoming leverage. Habit 4. Publish proof daily. Proof is anything that shows the world you can do something, even if it is tiny. A post, a short video, a before and after, a client mock-up, a useful comment, a 30-second explanation. Most beginners hide until they feel ready. But the market cannot reward invisible improvement. You do not need to post your entire life. You just need a visible trail of getting better. Imagine 2 people apply for the same opportunity. One says, trust me. The other says, here are 30 examples. Who feels safer to bet on? That is what proof does. It lowers the risk of choosing you. And here's the weird part. Daily proof also teaches you what people care about, because silence is feedback too. If nobody reacts, do not panic. Ask, was the idea unclear, the promise weak, or the packaging boring? This turns posting from a confidence test into a learning machine. But proof alone is slow if nobody knows you exist. So habit 5 is the uncomfortable one. Habit 5, make one opportunity move every day. An opportunity move is anything that puts your work in front of a real person who could say yes. Send a short message. Apply for one job. Pitch one creator. Ask one business if they need help. Reply with something genuinely useful. This is where beginners freeze, because rejection feels like proof they are not good enough. But rejection is usually not a verdict. It is data, timing, or a bad offer. If you send one clear opportunity move every day, that is 30 chances a month for life to stop being random. The mistake is waiting until your skill is perfect. But skill grows faster when it has somewhere real to go. For example, do not message, "Hey, can I help with anything?" That creates work for them. Message with a specific observation, a specific fix, and a simple next step. Something like, "I noticed your shorts have strong ideas but slow openings. I made 3 faster hook examples. Want me to send them?" That is not begging. That is reducing friction. And once opportunities start appearing, habit 6 stops you from lying to yourself about what is working. Habit 6, track the numbers that actually change your decisions. Not every number, not fake productivity, just the few numbers connected to your bottleneck. If you are building a channel, track titles made, thumbnails tested, videos posted, retention patterns, and ideas people actually click. If you are freelancing, track outreach sent, replies, calls booked, offers made, and money collected. If you are learning a skill, track hours of focused practice and finished examples, not how many tutorials you watched. Numbers remove drama. They turn, "I am failing," into, "My offer gets replies, but does not close." That is fixable. This is the difference between emotional guessing and actual strategy. But tracking has one danger. You can start worshiping numbers instead of improving the work. So use numbers as a flashlight, not as your personality. And now comes the habit nobody wants, because it attacks the secret tax on your income. Habit 7, protect your attention like it is a bank account. Every day, something is trying to spend your focus before you invest it. Scrolling does not just cost time, it changes what feels normal. Suddenly, slow progress feels unbearable. If your brain eats chaos all morning, do not be surprised when deep work tastes terrible. So create an attention firewall, one boring block of time where the phone is away and the bottleneck gets attacked. It can be 25 minutes. It can be 1 hour. The power is not the length. The power is the repeat. This is where break free actually happens. Not in a cinematic moment, but when your attention stops being rented out. The old life survives because it gets first access to your energy. Take that access back. And to make sure you do not burn out or drift, Habit 8 ties the whole system together. Habit 8, end the day with a 3-minute review. Ask 3 questions. What did I build? What did I learn? What is tomorrow's bottleneck? This is boring in the same way brushing your teeth is boring. You only notice its power when you stop doing it. Most people restart their life every morning from memory. A review lets tomorrow inherit what today discovered. That means every day becomes a little less random. Your actions start connecting. Your mistakes start paying rent. Without review, you can work hard and still loop. With review, even a bad day becomes material. And this is why these habits compound. They do not just make you productive. They change what kind of person the market sees. You become someone who knows the constraint, creates before consuming, practices specifically, publishes proof, and reaches real people. You become someone who tracks reality, protects attention, and carries lessons into tomorrow. That is the person who gets more chances. And more chances are usually what people call luck after the fact. Now here is the part I wish someone said earlier. Income growth is not always immediate, fair, or guaranteed. You can do the right things and still wait. You can improve and still get ignored for a while. But the old routine guarantees something worse. It guarantees you stay easy to replace. These habits do not promise instant money. They promise that every day you become harder to ignore. And when you are harder to ignore, more doors start appearing. So here is the simple daily checklist. Bottleneck. Build. Practice. Publish. Reach out. Track. Protect. Review. If you only remember one thing, remember this. Your income is not just attached to what you want. It is attached to what your day repeatedly proves. Wanting freedom is normal. Building a day that deserves freedom is rare. So tonight, do not redesign your whole life. Pick the first bottleneck and attack it tomorrow before the world gets your attention. Because the future you want is not waiting for one huge breakthrough. It is waiting for you to stop donating your best hours to the old version of yourself. Break free is not a feeling. It is a routine that finally stops negotiating with the cage.